What is going on, my friends, and welcome to Not Therapy. This is the single greatest YouTube channel that is currently re-recorded inside of my house. Thank you all for coming. Today's topic is a really important one for anybody who's feeling stuck in life, feeling reserved and unable to move forward to what they want to get. If they feel like their mind is working against them, if they have lost faith in themselves, anything like that. Today, we're going to help you and hook you up. Friends, my name is Chance. I'm a licensed therapist, but this is definitely not therapy. First off, before we get started too much today, question for you. Have you ever felt trapped? Have you ever felt like my mind is working against me? Have you ever felt like I just can't do this something and I've never felt like I could? I've never felt comfortable. Have you ever had a habit that you really wish you didn't have? I think the answer to that to almost all of us is a resounding yes. I know myself, I've struggled with some of those things, and I know everybody has. We all have different struggles in life. But what we're going to talk about today is where those struggles can kind of come from and what we can start to do to fix that. The way we're going to address that topic today is through this really amazing brain thing called neuroplasticity. Now, if you have ever heard that before, I'm not surprised, but you may have heard it in a little bit different way. A lot of people talk about neuroplasticity in the form of habit. Habits are our brain's built-in automatic responses so we don't have to think about things and use all of our energy thinking about everyday tasks. Gave some examples of that. Sitting down, looking at your phone. And these are things we think about a lot. Smoking can be a habit, or is a habit. I think everybody knows that. But these are the ones that were obvious. So I'm going to throw out some ones that are less obvious to you, and then we're going to kind of address what we can do about some of these things. Stress, anxiety, fear. These can all be habits as well. And if we think about how stress can be a habit, it's built in that I'm going to react a certain way to certain things. Unfortunately, sometimes we build some habits in that we wish we wouldn't. Habits that we don't want to, and I think we've all experienced that as well. Whether we're discussing smoking, negative thoughts, just whatever that may be, we all have them. And sometimes we build those things in when we don't mean to. Our brain doesn't know the difference between what is good and what is bad. That's up to us to decide. And sometimes we decide incorrectly, even if it's unintentional. Thank you all so much for watching today. I hope you're getting something out of the video. If you've got anything, if you find me mildly entertaining, maybe a little annoying, but certainly hopefully educational, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe and ring that bell. That way you can see all our new content and we can help you improve your life and meet the goals that you want. The very first thing we're going to need to do to start the process of rebuilding a new pathway in our brain so we can build up a new habit, a new reflex, is bringing our focus into a different place. Changing our focus is going to change a lot for us, because if I am, let's go back to stress. If I spend a lot of time stressed, and I know that if I go and something goes wrong at work, I'm going to be stressed, right? I've built that reflex in. I know that's going to happen. So what I want to do is change that focus. I want to change the story. I don't want to be stressed. If something goes wrong at work today, I'm not going to be stressed. If something goes wrong at home today, I'm not going to be stressed. Now, that is by far easier said than done. But the point here is we start to change the focus and we start to work on that daily. And we can look at this in a million different ways for a million different habits. But whatever habit, whatever you have going on in your life that you wish you didn't or you wish you could change, you can start by shifting your focus. And here's what's going to happen, because this is the real magic of neuroplasticity. Once I stop using that pathway, once I stop using that same old reflex, the brain is going to have to build a new response in. And that's the beauty of it. You choose what the new response is. We've been reactive our entire life to all of these circumstances in life, but now we're not going to be reactive. We're going to be in control, because I've been working on this, because I've been building a neural pathway. This isn't magic. This isn't some amazing mystic remedy. This is straight physiology, straight science, built off of research. I can think and build new pathways in my brain that are going to help me get where I want to be. So we focus on, I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to believe this. And the focus starts to build those pathways, and I start to look at things differently. And if that's not, the first part isn't magic enough for you, here's some more magic. My brain starts to brainstorm other ways of dealing with these things. I start to think about, okay, I'm not going to be stressed at work. What am I going to do instead? Well, who knows? But that's something you get to decide based off your own experiences and everything else that's gone on in your life. And that's amazing. That's amazing. It's beautiful. It's your own internal uninstall, install programming, your own control panel for my Windows users. That is what you have inside of you built in. We just have to learn how to use it, how to remedy that into us. Okay? Cool stuff. All right, let's talk about those two ways how we can direct our focus. The first one is one that we've all heard at some point in our lives. Have you tried meditating? Meditation is essentially you focusing on something specific. There's different types. Don't attack me, meditation people, okay? This is I'm helping you. We're on the same team here. Same team. Same team! All right. So meditation, we're going to focus on what we want to focus on. Let's say my self-esteem is something that I want to work on because I feel like I could be better off. It would help me to achieve this. So I focus on being more confident. I meditate on that. And I start to come up with new ways to be more confident. I build those neural pathways. The next time I go into whatever situation, I'm going to be more confident because I believe I've started to build that confidence in pre-situation. Again, we want to be preemptive instead of reactive. Okay, so that's number one. Actually, that's not number one. That's number two. Well, really, focus is the overall one. So let's say that's number one under focus. Focus, meditation. Now let's talk about number two. Number two is thought changing. Now, if meditation doesn't work for you, thought changing is less time consuming, let's say. And it's something we can do on the fly. I don't have to sit down, push out all of the thoughts, and focus through meditation when I'm doing thought changing. You can, but one of the ways that thought changing is powerful is it's something I do on the fly. As soon as I see myself going into a place and I'm starting to feel less confident, I start to say, I'm going to be confident. Now, the reasons and everything that go into that don't matter. It doesn't matter if you're really not confident. It doesn't really matter if you feel stressed. What we start to do is shift that in a way so it's realistic, one, but also helpful. We want to be realistic and we want to be helpful. Let's say that I want to be more confident in my life and I go to the store and I don't feel confident. It's not so much that I'm going to start telling myself I am confident. That can be beneficial. But that's kind of jumping the gun. We need to start somewhere else, somewhere a little bit more realistic, more functional. So I start by maybe telling myself, I can be confident. And although these are just words and thoughts, things I'm telling myself, we're starting to build those pathways up that maybe we didn't get built when we were young. All right, friends, that is all I have for today's video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you can use this. I hope it's actionable. If it is, drop it in the comments. I want to hear how you're using this stuff. I want to hear if you think I'm wrong. I want us to have a discussion on this channel. This is a community that I hope to build, to be successful, to build up other people, and use the power of psychology and science and thought to make us all better people and better humans. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you in the next video.